Okay, so I've opened up the project webpage template 1024. This is our website template that we're going to be using to build our web page in for our cookbook recipe. You'll see that there's already a guides I've built into this file, so you can immediately see it's a very long file. Now I've made it extra long. You do not need to worry and think you have to fill this entire length. The idea is once you see the crop tool over here, once we have it where you've designed it, you have all the things, and you will just take the crop tool and crop your page to the wherever it ends and then crop it. It's just made extra long so that it can fit everyone's different design choices without a problem. Everyone has different length recipes, different choices of how many images they're going to show, and so on and so forth. So the width will be the same of everybody's, which is 1024, but the length will be determined on, how far down your design goes. So we're basically taking our design from a very horizontal format into a vertical format as we move into a web page. And so it kind of takes a little bit wrapping our mind around that idea of rotating the thought of going from horizontal to vertical. But there's other things that happen when we are switching. And that is that when you look at a book and you open up a book, you see the whole spread immediately all at once. But when we're opening up a web page, whether we're opening it up on a browser on our computer or we're opening it up on our phone, you're only seeing a little bit of it and you have to scroll to see the rest. So that little bit we see at the beginning is very important to catch our attention and make us want to scroll and spend more time with it. So couple things around the things that you're getting. I just wanted to show you really quickly is, so here's the template. The other files that you're getting, we're going to go to File, Place, Embedded, and you're going to see there's a HelloFresh nav bar. We're going to go ahead and place that, and we're going to move it up to the top so it sits right at the top. And I'm going to hit Enter or on a PC or Return on a Mac, and you're going to see there's our nav bar for HelloFresh. This isn't a web development class, so we're not worrying. We're just doing a prototype. What we are going to focus on is how we're treating type on screen. And so we're going to be looking at how do we create our grid and still keep using grids. And that's why I've already put a grid on here to share with you. And we're going to talk more about that next class. But I wanted to show you the files because I want you to start thinking about the shape and the design of your sketches. We're going to be using our grid paper or sketchbooks again. And I want you to draw a shape that is a long rectangle, much like this. And then I want you to draw in your grids. So for example, if you are using a 4-column grid or a 5-column grid, however many column grid, I want you to draw in your grids. We're still working with a modular grid, so you should have these squares indicated. Then I'm going to show you the HelloFresh ad, so you know what that looks like. And we're going to place embedded. Okay, here's the HelloFresh ad. And we're in Photoshop. You do not need to hold the Shift key down. It will automatically resize proportionately because we're in Photoshop. So I'm just going to make this fit into 2 of my columns. Just for now, I'm going to hit Enter. But I wanted you to see the size and shape of the ad you're having to work with. You can make this ad however big in your design as you want to. Do you want to make it 2 columns? Do you want to make it 1 column? How big do you want to make this ad is up to you. Now, a couple things we learned with when we think about our modular grid and when we start designing and sketching out our grids. The active corner, remember, let me do a new layer really quick. The active corner is right here. It's this upper left-hand corner of these modules. Those are the active corners. Those are the corners we're going to be aligning things with. We're not worried so much at where they end. We are concerned about where they start and what they're aligning to. So those are some things to think about. Let me show you some samples of some other examples of student work that went from the cookbook to the website, and then you'll kind of get a little bit more feel for what I'm talking about. 1 second here. Questions while I'm doing this? Any questions as we're starting to think about our?
I have a question.
Yes.
This project will be done on Photoshop or InDesign?
All Photoshop.
Okay.
We're moving into Photoshop for this last project.
Okay.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay. Hold on a minute. Okay. Did I just do that? I was in order earlier today. Okay, so for example, here's one of the cookbooks that was just done, the shrimp and zucchini ribbons. There's their icons, design of the cookbook. Here is the same as a web page. Now I'm going to zoom in as if we were looking at it as a web page. So here it is as, wait, am you seeing my screen or not?
We're only seeing the web page,
Hold on,
but it's not like
again.
scrolling at all.
Let me redo that. I think it got stuck. Give me 1 second. Okay, are you seeing it now?
Yes.
The shrimp and zucchini, is it moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So here's the web page. So a couple things to consider. Remember, when you're looking at a book, oops, that's the wrong one. Okay, so this does go over here. Okay, I thought I had it organized. So when you're looking at the book, obviously we can see everything, right? We can see the dish, the icons, the nutrition, the instructions, ingredients, everything. Everything is very visible. When we go to a web page, we're not seeing everything. We're only seeing a portion of it. So we might have to think more strategically about what we're seeing first and what we're seeing second. So shrimp and zucchini with basil over jasmine rice. There's the all the tags have been moved up. There's the introduction, and then we can see the ingredients, nutrition, utensils, and of course the beauty shot. Then we can start scrolling down, and here we can see there are two other interactive elements, which are print button and a download button for the recipe. Here's the instructions. Now, a couple things to be aware of. Once we move into web, we can no longer do drop caps. So those of us who might have used drop caps in our in our InDesign layouts for our cookbook need to make an adjustment to the design. You can still change the color like they've done here. You can change the scale and the size, like the number 1 can be bigger like they've done here, but you can no longer drop cap in a web page. Okay, so be aware of that. There's their ad. And then they've added a customer review section at the bottom with ratings and some reviews, and then add a little bit more of their illustrations, ways for you to rate it. So they brought, a few more of those interactive elements in, even giving you options to go for more reviews. Again, it's just prototyping other ways to have the viewer really have an experience and interact with the web page. So if we look at it from afar, that's what the whole page looks like. Okay, let's go on to the next one. All right, so here's the next one. Here is the cookbook. And here is the web page. And some of these, I'm going to say, are missing their nav bar. So this is why I've given you guys a nav bar, so you didn't have to worry about
Nothing
it.
changed.
What are you? Yeah, I was gonna say, what are you trying to show us? We still have the shrimp and zucchini ribbons
Why
on
is
ours.
it doing that? Okay, let me do it again. Thank you for telling me. Don't know why it's not changing. Okay, now do you see pork carnitas?
Yes.
Okay, hold on, I'm gonna back it up. Stop sharing, I got it. You know what, because of what I'm doing, I have to do it each time, I think. Okay, that's super annoying. You know what, I'm just gonna use my desktop, then I think that'll work better. Are you seeing my whole desktop now?
Yeah, we
Or no?
see
Yeah,
wasabi,
wasabi.
zinger salmon.
Yeah, this wasabi salmon. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. All right, so here's the wasabi zinger salmon book. And then here is, okay, where did, it's not the right one. Where did it go? I just had it open. Did it open another window? Okay, well, that one apparently is it over here? No. All right, we're gonna skip that one because I don't know where it went. All right, here's tacos. Here's the book. Here is the website. And so here you can see the navigation. Here's the front. They've added some interactive elements. Here's a save button, a share button, a print button, 5-star rating across the top. There's their tags. They've added a review section as well. And there's the ad down here at the bottom.
It's not. Oh wait, there it goes.
Is it scrolling? Okay,
Yeah, it is. It just
Okay.
was stuck for a second.
okay. Now did you guys see this one already? You did, right? Or no? Okay, so. Oh, I see. I've grabbed the wrong markup. Anyway, so this was a different recipe, but it's the same cookbook. So here's the wasabi ginger. And then this is the same designer. This is their webpage. So there's the picture, the icons, some of their interactive elements, save, print, and share. And then some more interactive buttons, create shopping list, add note, create meal plan. And then a review and rating kind of elements at the bottom. So it's really about trying to take some of the things that you've done here and now move them from a horizontal to a vertical. But you can see they did things like still keeping their vertical green lines, keeping the organization of elements. So what we're going to be doing for homework, and I'm going to do more of a, I'm going to stop sharing. What we're going to be doing for homework is sketching, moving into sketching like we've done for every project. We start with sketching, and we are going to do 2 versions on our website design based on our cookbook layout. And we're going to review those in class on Tuesday. And the idea here is to think of all the elements. You have to think of your tags, you think of your images. Don't forget how much type we have. You have an ad, and you've seen the ad. And then think about those interactive elements. Now, a couple things to think about is if you have a step-by-step images, or you want to include step-by-step images, you didn't have them before, but you'd like to include them now, you can make a gallery where it's just one image with arrows on either side that kind of take people through. You've seen a lot of online galleries. So you can use a gallery as your interactive element. So it's incorporating an interactive element, your ad, and then all of your copy for one recipe on your web page. Does anyone have any questions?
The interactive element, it's going to be actually functional, right? Like,
We're going to just prototype what it looks like. We're not making anything function.
okay, cool. I was going to say,
Okay.
I know how to do the interactive stuff in InDesign, but I didn't even know Photoshop could do that.
Yeah, no, we're not doing it anything to function. We're just doing the layout, just the design ideas,
Okay.
just comping it up as a prototype.